Ladies and gentlemen, our president is a gangster. He's the Don. He's the leader the world has been praying and waiting for decades. Ladies and gentlemen, he's got the very scary Putin trembling in his pants saying, I'm ready for a truce. He's got the thief in Ukraine saying, I'll give you everything back. Just please don't harm us. He's got NATO worried, Europe paying their fair share. Trump has made 3 world leaders cry in the last 24 hours on national television. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got the greatest president in world history, the Don, Trump, the mega man, and we are getting into all of that in this episode. I've got amazing news for you guys. Do me a huge favor. Smash that thumbs up button. Make sure that you are subscribed with bell notifications on and leave me a comment. Where are you watching me from and how was your day going? And before we continue, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Trump's golden age of America. And right now is a great time to protect your money, your wealth, or invest into physical constitutional gold and silver, like this roll of 21-ounce American Silver Eagles, Verity Metals, Patriots, family-owned, huge Trump supporters, and my personal friends will give you free silver on your next qualifying order when you call or text 480-717-9081. Tell them Vlad sent you. Links are down below in the description. Let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to show you a few things. First, I'm going to show you Trump has broken the Democrats. So Maxine Waters is an election denier. Do you guys remember when the Democrats said that denying that the results of an election is undemocratic? That denying the results of an election is un-American and it's a threat to democracy? Well, check this out.
Turned it over to him. And we don't know everything that Elon Musk has done with his high technology ass. We don't know what he's been accused of by some as it may relate to the election. But we're not going to give up in investigating and finding out. Turned it over.
Look at that crazy face.
Turned it over.
Look at that. Look at that crazy. You know that's a crazy person. This is the same person that told us that Russia hacked our election system back in 2016. Now she claims that Elon Musk hacked our election system in 2024. Democrats, we can finally agree. The Democrats and the Republicans have finally found common sense, a common ground. You and we both agree that Dominion voting machines are not safe, that our voting system as of right now is not secure and can be easily hacked. The Democrats and Republicans both now can agree, come to the table and agree we need paper ballots, one-day voting, voter ID, and proof of citizenship. You can't hack that. You can't hack paper. So the Democrats, thank you. We now can all agree we need to get rid of voting machines. But ladies and gentlemen, this video, this live broadcast is about to get real gangster. This is Justin Trudeau yesterday on national television, literally crying because of the tariffs Trump put on Canada. Watch this.
On a personal level, I've made sure that every single day in this office, I put Canadians first, that I have people's backs. And that's why I'm here to tell you all that we got you. Even in the very last days of this government, we will not let Canadians down today and long into the future. On a personal level.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't believe that for a second. He says, I've got the back of the Canadian people. I fight for the Canadian people. So listen to this. The Canadians were tricked by their prime minister, this guy, Mr. Justin, into paying a carbon tax when science has proven that Canada has so much trees that they absorb over 110% of the carbon emissions that the Canadian people put out into the air. By the way, I have another gang. Who remembers this young boy, DJ? He's the rock star of the internet right now. This is him, a compilation I found of his funniest remarks, him ripping the Democrats to shreds in the last 48 hours. Watch this.
Well, I'm just going to be honest with you. God didn't put you on this earth to like people. He just put you here to live your life. If you're a Democrat and you're being mean to President Trump, I'm on your bumper.
Can I call you officer or agent, DJ Daniel, all of the above?
It really don't matter to me. I love women, so I don't care.
Think your friends are going to be jealous?
Pretty much. And I'm pretty sure my girlfriend going to be jealous. Cause she ain't going to be, I say, you can't, I'm going to be like, you going to have to hit the road jacks. I might look 13, but I'm 50. Donald Trump is the best president of the United States. If I see you being mean to him, I'm coming after you. My friends, I know one of my friends told me to say this to Donald Trump, but I ain't say it to him. So good luck, buddy.
DJ, scale of 1 to 10. Last night, how surprised were you when you heard you were going to become a Secret Service agent?
Very surprised. I ain't gonna lie, my body almost dropped to the floor.
You can't not love the kid. He's hilarious. He's funny. He's smooth with his words. But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go back down here. This is what Donald Trump said today about Ukraine.
I'm finding it more difficult, frankly, to deal with Ukraine. And they don't have the cards. They don't have the cards. As you know, we're meeting in Saudi Arabia on sometime next week, early. And we're talking, I find that in terms of getting a final settlement, it may be easier dealing with Russia, which is surprising because they have all the cards. I mean, they're bombing the hell out of them right now. And I put a statement in, a very strong statement. Can't do that. Can't do that. Mr. President, we're trying to help them. And Ukraine has to get on the ball and get a job done. I'm finding it more difficult, frankly.
And here's something else that he said about NATO.
Ukraine.
That's right.
Why not provide Ukraine with air defenses? And what happens, Mr. President, when Ukraine runs out of
Well, because
Patriot missile batteries?
good question. Because I have to know that they want to settle. I don't know that they want to settle. If they don't want to settle, we're out of there because we want them to settle. And I'm doing it to stop death. More important than anything else. Secondarily, way down the line is the money. So we're in for $350 billion and Europe is in for $100 billion. They should be in for the same or more than us. And, you know, I watched over the last week or so what's going on in Europe. This thing could end up in World War III if we don't get it settled.
So you just heard of what Donald Trump said about Canada. I mean, about, you know, he made the Canadian Prime Minister cry. He has this cancer surviving Black American child, just a sweetheart, come in and, you know, just be a gangster right there. And then he tells Ukraine either make a deal or we're out. But Trump went further. He also he told Ukraine, make a deal or we're out. He also told Vladimir Putin and the Russian Federation that, look, developing. Putin is ready to discuss truce with Ukraine after Trump threatens Russia with large-scale banking sanctions. So here's what has happened. One president, one man in the White House in the last 48 hours has made the Canadian Prime Minister cry. He has made Europe come together and invest over $200 billion this year alone into defense of Europe because Trump's like, we're done paying to protect Europe and we protect Europe and we get nothing in return. So how about you guys do something to protect yourselves? So one, Justin cries, NATO is now protecting themselves and investing into their own security. 3, Zelensky has no option but to come to the table. And not only that, but Trump turns to Russia and says, you either make a deal or I will get you kicked out of all the banks of the world and put more sanctions on you. So what does he do? There's two sides of the war, Russia and Ukraine. He goes to Ukraine and says, make a deal or we're not helping you anymore. Turns to the other guy and says, make a deal or we will sanction you out of the world banking system. This way, they both are like, holy crap, we need to make a deal now. We need to come to the table now and make a deal now. Both of them have a big reason to make a deal. Because if Russia's financial institute is cut out of all the banks of the world, they're done. They will crumble within 20 days. If we completely 100% back out from helping Ukraine, they will buckle and be completely annihilated within 20 days. I believe on Tuesday, Trump's team is meeting with the Russian delegation in Ukrainian delegation in Saudi Arabia. Then on Wednesday with the Russian delegation, and from there they want to put the Russians and the Ukrainians and the American Trump's delegation all at one table. Ladies and gentlemen, that right there is a G. That's the Don. That right there is a man that takes a bullet to the ear, gets up, and wins an election. Says fight, 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 and wins an election. That's a man right there who wants peace. But we got some stuff brewing right now. Apparently, Trump said he's meeting with the Iranians within the next couple of weeks. And if I'm not mistaken, here, I'm going to find George. I think George posted this on his page. If he did, I'm going to bring it up on the screen. Give me a second. But he said he's had it with Iran. Oh, by the way, here's another president Trump made cry. Watch this. Here's another president, the president of South Africa. So we all know about the abuse of white South Africans by their South African leadership. So this is when Trump first won the presidency a couple of months ago. And when he got inaugurated, the first clip is the South African president screaming, "Tell Trump to get out of our business." Listen.
Donald Trump must leave us alone. He must leave us alone, Kaori.
Then this is Trump's response. He's going to say no more money for South Africa.
You're going to cut aid from South Africa. Will you plan to cut aid across other African nations, and why South Africa?
No, it's only South Africa.
So Trump says, no, it's only South Africa. And this last clip is the South African president last night. Listen to how kind he is now.
We are committed to having a good relationship with the United States, and we do relate to them in a number of ways. And what has ensued now with the Secretary of State not attending.
So you know what? You know why the president, this clip right here of the South African president, don't think it's just him. The whole world has been treating America like this, like a bank, like a freebie, like a free bank who give them support and financial aid, and we send them food and clothes and build their schools and roads and airports and subsidize their countries for nothing in return. And they can hate us, they can yell at us, they can curse at us. Like Senator Kennedy from Louisiana said, why do we send all these countries that hate us money? They should be able to hate us for free. Why are we paying these countries to hate us? Let them hate us for free. And so now Trump is showing Europe, like Trump yesterday at his press conference, what did he say about NATO? He was asked, Mr. President, so you're saying that if NATO countries don't step up and don't pay their fair share, we're not going to protect them if needed? Trump said no. But he went on to say, I believe that if America is ever in a bad spot, like we get nuked by Russia or China or get invaded by a country, He said, I believe that we will go to NATO and say, hey, Article 5, come help us. He said, they won't come. They won't be nowhere to be found. And I stand with Trump. I stand with Trump on that. They only see us as a piggy bank, a handout merchant, someone who subsidizes their economy and their government and their bank institutions. That's it. They don't see us as a friend. They don't see us as an ally. Nothing. They see us how a little baby sees their mother's teeth. I whine until I get whatever I want. And that's some milk. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this one. Trump is making world leaders cry. Why? Because he's a G. We finally have a president that is putting America and American people first. And I absolutely love it. With that being said, do me a huge favor. Smash that thumbs up button. Make sure you're subscribed with bell notifications on. God bless you guys. See you on the next one.